Hello everyone and welcome to another exclusive yoga session. This yoga session is recorded exclusively for Meditation Lighthouse by Nin Yoga. We hope you enjoy this yoga session.
Hello my friends. Today we have a Vinyasa and Yin fusion class. Now, Yin Yoga is where we typically relax into a pose for 2 to 3 minutes and we get that really meditative feel. We're only going to be doing 2 Yin Yoga poses in this class, but we're going to be sinking deep into the hips where we can often hold negative emotions. So I'd like you to relax, grab a water and dedicate this time to cleansing yourself of negative energy and giving yourself, most importantly, a nice stretch. So with that said, let's begin. Come to the top of your mat and we'll take a mountain pose. Just feeling the ground with your feet, aligning your body, your pelvis above your feet, your heart above your hips, and your head above your heart. Picture a straight line going through your body and pulling you up towards the sky. Inhale now and bringing your index fingers together and interlacing the hands, and just lean out to one side, feeling that stretch down the obliques. Come back to center and then bending over towards the opposite side. And feeling that stretch in your intercostal muscles. Now come back into our mountain pose. Become conscious of your breath. Inhale, taking your arms above you, stretching out through the armpits, and then exhale, coming slowly vertebra by vertebra down to the mat, down to the earth. Inhale, coming up halfway, and then exhale down to the mat. Feeling that lovely stretch in your lower back, and just pressing down a little bit more through your heels. Placing the palms each on the outside of your feet, hop or jump back into a plank pose, engaging the navel, engaging the thighs and pressing down into the mat. And then slowly inhale and exhale, bringing your chest down in front and bringing your elbows in towards your wrists. We'll come down onto the mat, belly, heart, chin. Inhale, now coming up into a baby cobra. Feeling that lovely stretch in your lower back. Making sure that your glutes are engaged, your thighs are engaged, and just picturing a zip going up your legs. Exhale now, coming down to the mat. And slowly make your way into our first downward facing dog. And just feel your way into this pose, checking that your chest is coming towards your thighs, your biceps are aligned with your ears, and that you can press down through your heels, stretching your calves. Now, if you can't get your heels down completely on the mat, no worries, just pedal out and get some movement there. Inhale, and just lifting the right leg off the mat, we'll come into a low lunge with our right leg. So bringing the right foot in between the palms, putting the left knee on the mat, and feeling that beautiful opening stretch in your hips, releasing that negative energy and feeling the nice stretch. Slowly feeling yourself sinking down a little bit further. Feeling your hips open up. And then bringing your hips back and begin to straighten out your right leg and bring your forehead down to your right knee as we take a half split. And this is a wonderful stretch on your hamstring. Trying to flex the right foot if you can. Once you're done here, begin to bend the right leg. Placing the hands down on the mat, getting your stability back into a low lunge, and then step back and take a downward facing dog. Feeling maybe how one side feels compared to the other. Now taking an inhale, hop or walk to the front of your mat so that we take a forward fold. Observe that lovely stretch in your lower back and through your calves. Inhale halfway. Exhale down to the earth. And then slowly making your way up into mountain pose. For symmetry, we'll do that exact same set of movements on the other side. So inhale, bring your hands above your head. Then exhale and come down to the mat. Lifting halfway up, straightening up your back. Exhale down to the mat. And then hop or walk back into a plank pose, bringing your feet about hip width apart, engaging your navel and pushing down onto the mat. Inhale for 1, then exhale, come down, and we'll take a chaturanga, so lower down to the mat and pushing up into baby cobra, pressing down through your thighs, opening up your chest. Don't let the shoulders come too close to your ears. Exhale now, then coming into a downward facing dog. Inhale now, bringing up the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bringing your left foot in between your palms, lowering your right knee. And we'll take a low lunge on this side. So just check your alignment and that your left knee isn't too far in front of your left ankle. And observe the wonderful stretch in your hips. When you're ready, bringing your hips back towards your ankles, and we'll take a half split on the other side. So observe how this feels in your calf. Bringing your forehead down towards your left knee and begin to straighten out your left leg. Lifting up the left foot if you can, and observing what feels like coffee in your hamstrings. Take 5 breaths here. Always coming back to your breath if your mind wanders. Beautiful, my friends. Now bending your left leg. Getting yourself into a balance. Come back into a low lunge. And then stepping back. With your left leg, we'll take a downward facing dog. Observing the openness you may now feel in your hips. And then pressing forward into plank pose. And we'll take a chaturanga, so bringing the elbows in towards your body. Come down, pelvis, heart, chin, onto the mat, untucking the toes. And now we're going to push up into a full cobra. So trying to keep a micro bend still in your elbows, peeling your chest, opening it up. Then exhale, come down to the mat and push your way up into a downward facing dog. And now we're going to begin the yin part of our practice. So inhaling here, bringing the right leg off the mat, and we're going to take a pose called lizard pose. So bringing your right foot in between your palms, and then bringing your right hand towards the left hand side of your right foot, and just heel toe out with your right foot to the side of the mat. Now here there are a couple of options depending on what feels good for you today. You can keep balancing here on your hands, opening up your chest and feeling that wonderful deep stretch in your hips. Another option, maybe you can come down onto your forearms and maybe even put your head on the mat. Now this is a really deep stretch and it's incredible for the hips. So just take this time. We're going to be here for a couple of minutes, observing our breath and observing our thoughts. And if your mind begins to wander at any point, just bring yourself back to the mat. Don't judge those thoughts. Just bring yourself back to here and now and your breath. Don't let any fears or apprehensions detract you from this time on your mat. Maybe as you begin to loosen up, you can get deeper into this pose. So some of those lunges that we did earlier and stretching for the hamstrings will have prepared you for this pose. If it feels too much, come up onto your hands or just come into child's pose. Wonderful, my friends. To release yourself from this pose, heel toe your right foot back in between your palms, and then coming down onto your mat, onto your seat, bringing your right leg, your right foot in towards your left thigh, and we'll take a half butterfly pose. So straighten out your left leg and flex your left foot here. Straighten up through the spine. Inhale, palms above you, and then taking a fold, bringing your palms beside your left leg. A single leg forward fold. Again, this is a wonderful hip opener. And if you begin to feel tension, just use your breath. Visualize it as a guiding light through your body, healing any areas of tension and nurturing your body. Sinking in deeply into this pose, and if you feel it's too much, maybe just bend your left knee slightly or come up to a seated pose, keeping your right knee coming out towards the side. This is the meditative yin part of our practice, so just try to find your edge but not take it too far. Take 5 more breaths here. Once you're done, come back onto your knees and we'll take a downward facing dog. So you'll feel that stretch really intensely through your right hand side, and we're going to take that exact same pose and set of asanas onto the other side. So lifting up your left leg this time, bringing the left foot in between your palms, and then bringing your left palm to the right hand side of your left foot and heel toe out to the side of the mat. Now, same as before, just sinking down into your hips, straightening up your right leg, maybe untuck your toes and push a bit further if you can. You can stay on your hands here, or if you want to take it a bit deeper, come down onto your forearms and maybe even bring your head down to the mat. Visualizing the nourishment that this is providing your body. The deep stretch. And observing the calm influence that this is bringing to your life. Take 3 more breaths here. And once you're done, heel toe back into the center. And then come into a seated position. Your legs out in front of you. And this time I'd like you to bring your left foot to your right thigh, keeping the right foot straight as we take a single-legged forward fold here. So inhale, straighten up your spine, palms above you, webbing your fingers, and then walking down with your hands, bringing your forehead towards your right knee. And we'll just breathe into this pose, letting that energy flow to those areas of tension. And just relax, unclenching your jaw as you do this. Observing your breath, noticing any sounds around you, and just bringing yourself and your thoughts towards the mat. Thanking yourself for this time you've dedicated to yourself today. Let those thoughts, apprehensions and worries just float away as you focus on your breath. Take 5 more breaths here. Good. And then releasing that pose, walking your hands up. And then slowly bending your knees. Bringing the soles of your feet to the mat. Just let your knees rock from side to side. And then slowly making your way down onto the mat. And then crossing your left leg over your right. Let your knees fall towards the right hand side. Maybe scoot your hips over a bit towards the left. Having your hands out beside you, your arms parallel. And then looking out over your left shoulder, feeling that beautiful twist in your back, helping the lymph nodes detoxify any negative energy inside of you. And just observe how your body now feels. Observe the difference in how you feel compared to how you felt when you started this practice. Take 3 more breaths here. And then bringing your knees up to the center, uncrossing the legs. Just moving your legs from side to side. And then bringing your right leg over your left this time. And we'll take that on the other side. So scooting your hips maybe over towards the right this time. Let your knees collapse towards the left. Have your arms out in a T-like position. And then look out over your right shoulder. Twisted roots. Once you're done, bringing your legs back to center, uncrossing the legs, soles of the feet on the mat. Bending your legs, and then just let your legs drop out to either side, which one feels best for you today, and come into a fetal position. And then slowly making your way up into a seated pose. Bringing the palms together, and then bringing your arms up above your head, using your index finger, bringing them together. Interlace the hands, and we'll lean out towards the right hand side, feeling that stretch in the obliques. And then bringing your right hand down to meet your left thigh and look out over your left shoulder, placing your left palm on the mat. Wonderful. Arms up above. And then interlacing the hands, index fingers together, and take that in the other direction. So this time leaning over towards your left. Wonderful. Now bringing your left hand down towards your right thigh, your right palm on the mat, and look out over your right shoulder. That final beautiful stretch in your spine. Feeling the nourishment of your practice. And now come back to center. Lift your palms above your head. And we bow and say Namaste. Namaste, my friends. I really hope you enjoyed that Vinyasa and Yin fusion class, and that it brought you many benefits today. If you like this class, please don't forget to visit and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you again on the mat very soon. Namaste.